I'm Dwayne Sawyer. I work at the Voltaggio Brothers Steakhouse at the new MGM National Harbour in the Washington, D.C. area. Voltaggio Brothers Steakhouse is the first restaurant that Brian and Michael Voltaggio have together. It's in the first MGM on that side of the East Coast. Steakhouse, the best restaurant in the building, of course. The best alcohol program in the building, of course, because that's the one I run. So it's a combination of a few things. Brian and Michael Voltaggio have a beverage manager that they already use for their brand of restaurants. He has to come in, and he's my friend Dane. So he came in, he came up with a drink list. We didn't do the wine list because they left it up to MGM and MGM sommeliers. Came up with the drink list, went over it with me, seeing what we could make and what we couldn't make. Everything came out wonderful with the exception of adding new alcohols, because every decision has to go through Vegas. So if I want to add your liquor, which is local, it has to go all the way to Vegas for somebody to make a decision and then come all the way back, and then they consider getting on the list. So some of the things that we wanted to use, we couldn't, and it's hard to add stuff into a program. But I like it. My favorite drink is not on the menu. I like making a Veuve Carré for people because the 4 ingredients compete against each other for flavor. So you have rye, you have cognac, you have bitters, you have Benedictine, sweet vermouth, and all of them are play on flavors. You put it over a big ice cube. Even though it's a traditionally a New Orleans drink, that's the one I like to make for people. The rest of the cocktails we use, we always use a classic cocktail where you can research it. So we'll have a timestamp and a story and the ingredients. So we switch them up with classic cocktails. Because our bar is lit and the back bar is lit, the restaurant is sort of dim. Packaging is everything when people are looking at stuff on the back bar behind me. So they're more intrigued by a bottle than they would be the spirit. Sometimes they'll look at, even though they're categorized, people will look at a bottle and it's in the gin area and they'll say, hey, what's in that bottle? It's gin, but the bottle and the packaging attracts their eyes. Once they see it, they want to taste it. They don't really care what it is at that point. Well, the only way to do that is just ask them. They're either open to trying something that they don't drink, or they already drink it and haven't had that version. So they'll like gin, but haven't had a gin in a bottle that they see. Or because they like the bottle, they'll be willing to let you experiment because they haven't had gin and they like the bottle. At any case, it comes back to the bottle. They look at the bottle, they either want it because they drink it or they want to experiment with it because they like the bottle. It all works. Yeah, tips to anybody that sees this: you don't want to use black bottles or dark bottles. It's hard to take inventory, so we can't see what's in the bottle. So it's really, really hard to take an inventory of a bottle where we can't see the liquor. And keep them to classic bottle types. You don't need a cartoon or anything on the front to get someone's attention. They like a lot of the simpler designs. That's what they prefer to. Whatever their eyes gravitates them to, it's usually a lot more simple than it is complicated.